The Flame of Memphis, A Tale of Ancient Egypt by Alex Wynne Ashwood. Morning rose over Memphis, painting the temple walls in pale gold. Within the house of healing, Ptah, the pharaoh's physician, mixed her herbs and resins with steady hands. Her craft was precise, her heart disciplined. Until that day, when the royal messenger came. The prince is burning with fever, he said. No remedy had eased the sickness. No prayer had stilled his pulse. As she prepared her ointments, Ptah's thoughts grew heavy. She knew the name whispered in every corner of the court. Sekhmet, the lioness of plague and fire. To anger her was death. To plead with her, peril. Still, Ptah bowed her head and murmured a single plea. If I must walk through flame to save him, then let the flame find me. At noon, the great bronze doors of Ptah's temple opened. Inside waited the high priest, his voice echoing through columns veiled in incense. The fever worsens, he said. The lioness must be appeased. At dusk we will summon her. Ptah's hands trembled around her bowl of myrrh. Summon Sekhmet, she whispered. The priest nodded. Wine will calm her, song will praise her. But someone must carry the offering into her shrine. The chamber fell silent. None had dared that path in years. Ptah bowed deeply. Then I will go. The priest's eyes softened, not with approval, but with sorrow. As she left the temple, the sky above Memphis shimmered with heat, and a faint growl of wind swept through the palm leaves, as though the goddess already stirred. The sun hung low when Ptah entered the temple of Sekhmet. The air burned with the scent of cedar and wine. Bronze lions flanked the doorway, their mouths glowed red in the dying light. Barefoot, Ptah approached the altar, a simple bowl of lotus wine in her hands. The statue before her loomed dark and radiant, lion-headed, eyes of gold, its granite body streaked with ancient soot. She placed the bowl before it and began to chant the hymn of offering, each syllable trembling between prayer and fear. The torches hissed, the air thickened. For a heartbeat, the stone seemed to breathe. Then a whisper, low and molten, curled through the smoke. You dare to call me. The torches went out, darkness pressed close. Then, without warning, light exploded from the statue's eyes. The floor cracked open with a line of molten gold. Ptah's pulse hammered. Lady of fire, she cried, take what you must, but spare the innocent. The voice replied, you would heal others, yet tremble before your own pain. Step through my flame, mortal, and be made whole. The ground glowed beneath her feet. Heat shimmered, blinding, absolute. She raised the bowl of wine, its surface boiling, and stepped forward. The light consumed her, body, fear, and prayer. For an instant, there was only fire. Then, silence. She stood in a desert of crimson sand, the horizon aflame beneath a copper sky. Every grain shimmered as though molten. In the distance moved a figure, tall, radiant, lioness-headed, wreathed in fire. Sekhmet approached, each step leaving ripples of heat across the dunes. Ptah knelt, unable to speak. You seek to heal, the goddess said, her voice both thunder and whisper. To cure others, you must burn away the fear within yourself. The wind rose. Ptah bowed low. Then burn me, O Lady of Flame. Leave only what endures. Sekhmet roared, and the sky itself answered, shattering into rivers of light. When the light faded, Ptah found herself within a temple of pure radiance. Columns of gold and alabaster rose without shadow. Symbols of healing floated in the air. Ankh, lotus, serpent, turning slowly like stars. She looked down and saw her heart shining inside her chest, encircled by fire. Sekhmet's voice surrounded her. Strength without mercy destroys. Mercy without strength falters. You will carry both. The goddess reached toward her, and a drop of molten gold fell into Terra's palm. When she looked again, the hall was gone. Only the warm scarab remained, glowing softly in her hand. Tyra awoke on the temple floor. The torches burned again, and incense hung in the air. Her body felt light, her pulse calm. In her palm lay the golden scarab, warm and alive. The high priest rushed in. "The fever has lifted! The prince breathes again!" Tyra rose slowly, her eyes drawn to the statue of the goddess. Its lips seemed to curve in silent approval. She turned to the priest. "It was not my hand that healed him," she said. "It was hers." And as she stepped into the dawn beyond the temple gate, the scarab gleamed like a captive sun. At sunrise, Memphis rejoiced. Priests carried lotus garlands and poured wine into the streets. Women sang from balconies, their bracelets chiming with joy. Tyra walked beside the royal litter, the scarab pendant shining against her breast. The people hailed her as savior, yet she felt only humility. When the procession passed the temple of Sekhmet, she stopped. In the shadows of the gate, a lion sat, golden eyes gleaming. It met her gaze for an instant, then vanished into light. She smiled, knowing the goddess needed no temple to watch her children. That evening, Tyra returned to her garden by the Nile. The air was cool, perfumed with lotus and river mist. Her work table waited, jars of herbs, small bronze tools, a fresh papyrus roll. She traced the scarab's outline, remembering the roar, the fire, the desert without end. Her reflection in the water looked older now, steadier, luminous. The goddess had left her mark not upon her skin, but in her will. When the lamps burned low, she closed her eyes and listened to the Nile's whisper. It sounded almost like breathing. That night, Tyra dreamed she stood beneath a sky of molten gold. From the horizon came a lioness made of sunlight, her mane streaming across the heavens. Sekhmet circled her once, the air trembling with power. Then she lowered her head and touched Tyra's brow. The touch burned, yet did not harm. "Go in peace," the goddess said. "Carry my fire to those who suffer." The desert dissolved into flame and starlight, and Tyra felt herself dissolve within it, not consumed, but reborn. In the hush that followed, her voice became the wind. Aha en Hait, Shemra Hetep, Ankh.